Yo, what is good? How are you guys doing? I'm doing good. And man, what a week for the sports world, man. It's been such an insane week. We have trades, we have records broken, we have big debuts, we have big games, big moments, and everything in between. It's been insane, and I'm just here to talk about it all. I wanted to come on here when everything happened, but I had to chill out a little bit, so I'm a little late. I want to get it done, get it out for you guys on Thursday, but it is what it is. I'm here, and I'm ready to talk. And man, I don't know where I want to start first because there's been so much that I want to talk about. There's so much that I need to talk about. But let's start with LeBron. It was the first event that happened this week, and it's him breaking the all-time points scored record, and that is insane to even say. LeBron James has scored the most points in NBA history. Let me say that one more time. LeBron James has scored the most points in NBA history. The most likely unbreakable record that people said LeBron just broke. And that's crazy, man. That's just crazy to think about. Congratulations to him. It was amazing to watch it live on TV. Oh, man. Every time he scored the ball, it sounded like he hit a game winner because everyone was going crazy. Every time he touched the ball, people were screaming and yelling on their feet with their phones out. I bet it was a crazy, crazy experience to be there live in the arena. Just being there in general. I don't care where you're sitting, where you're seeing it. Just being there, seeing the atmosphere in general, man. It was just amazing to see on TV. Couldn't imagine what it was like being there. But, man, that's crazy, man. Crazy to experience. One of those moments that I'll definitely keep with me forever. Seeing that fadeaway three he hit. Insane shot. Amazing. But, yeah, man. LeBron James, at this point, he's just doing side quests, bro. He's already stapled himself as one of the greatest of all time. People consider him the greatest, potentially. But, yeah, just padding his legacy at this point, dude. And, yeah, just another milestone and another moment in the LeBron documentary that is going to be amazing to see. Just amazing to look back on. And, man, it's not too late to appreciate, man. Never too late to appreciate. I know LeBron's reaching the final stretch of his career here. Maybe 3-4 years left of his career. And, yeah, it's never too late to appreciate what we have, man. These legends, they're not going to last in the NBA forever. And all these little moments and these big moments, we just got to appreciate these players. And just, I'm tired of these little GOAT debates of us bashing these players and everything like that. Let's just appreciate what we have, man. Because once they're gone, man. Once they're gone, they're gone. And we'll never be able to watch them live ever again. So when these moments happen, we just got to be there, glued to our TV and watching it, you know. Yeah, stuff like that is just great to see. And the weird part about that game was, like, I agree with AD in that part. They were more focused on getting LeBron the record than actually winning the game, it looked like. I'm being honest. It looked as if they were, it literally was. They were making the offense to get LeBron his, 36 he needed to beat the record that night. And you see AD on the bench, sitting down, not celebrating after the shot went in, you know? And you can see his body language. It was awful. He definitely did not like the scoreboard at that time point when because they were losing at that time when he hit the shot. And the funny part about it, watching it live, is there was 10 seconds left on the clock. They couldn't just run those 10 seconds. They had to, after the ceremony or whatever they had after he scored it, they went to this big speech with his family all on the court. With 10 seconds left in the third quarter, just run the clock, man. Run the clock and let's just go about it into the fourth quarter. But I found that pretty funny, seeing that. And after the game, seeing AD. And I remember I saw an interview today of him saying that he was upset, pissed off. Had nothing to do with LeBron, but he was pissed off that the team was losing and that they needed that game, which is true. They did. That was a big game. They definitely should have won, for sure. There's like looking back on it, like they definitely should have won that game. They should not have lost to the Thunder that night. But props to the Thunder. The Thunder played well, man. Shy played well. Jalen Williams, he played well as too. Yeah, that was a great game. Really, really, really great game for the Thunder. They went in there under big pressure. Everyone's watching them. Everyone is watching them. And they went in there and handled business. Great for them. Great for them. But also, Kyrie Irving, first game in the Mavs uni. That was nice to see. They got the win. Bro, but he looks weird in that jersey. I'm sorry. It doesn't look right. It just doesn't look like right seeing Kyrie in that Mavericks jersey. It just looks really weird. But about his play on the court, he did Kyrie things. He did what Kyrie's going to do. I know people said the chemistry with Luka and all of that. Even though Luka didn't play, it looks fine. It looks fine. Kyrie did play off the ball a little bit, and it looked cool. Like it looked good enough to like lessen the load on Luka, which is the big factor in this trade is lessening the load on Luka. Luka should not have to carry this team day in and day out in order for them to even have a chance to win a game. And with Kyrie, he stepped in and they beat a great team, a really good team, the Clippers team. And that defense didn't look that bad. It definitely has its flaws. And towards the end of the game, the Clippers did start to expose the defense a little bit. But over the course of the entire game, the defense looked fine. The defense looked 100% fine. Christian Wood played well on the interior. I really like how Reggie Bullock played, even though I was really shitting on him in the first episode of the podcast. I really was shitting on him. He had a really good start. He turned into Reggie Bullock towards the end of the game, but he had a really good start defensively, offensively, hitting threes. So that defense doesn't look that bad. As bad as it people are saying it was going to be. You know, they were going to say it's going to be one of the worst defenses in the NBA now because they have no perimeter defense. But Kyrie is not a terrible defender. Kyrie is a pretty average defender and can get steals. Luka he uses his body well. I don't know, on perimeter he's not the best. He doesn't have quick feet, you know, so he does get beat a little bit, but he can guard bigger players. He's a big guy. Like if you look at Luka, he's 6'7", 240 something. I don't know. Luka looked like he could be playing football. He's a big boy, so Luka can guard multiple positions, so he's fine. And what I liked most about the game was the interview with Jason Kidd where he said it's still Luka's team. This is Luka's team to lead, and this is Luka's team in general. So the team is crafted around Luka. So it's going to be Luka. So we don't really know what this team can 100% do since Luka's not on the court. And hopefully Luka comes back either Friday or the next game. But I would love to see what this team is like while Kyrie is 100% off the ball. And when Luka comes back, that's 100% what's going to happen. Kyrie's going to be off the ball because Kyrie, even though he's great on the ball, Kyrie's a great point guard. He's an underrated passer, in my opinion, but off the ball, I want to see what Kyrie looks like movement-wise, see what the team looks like movement-wise while Luka is doing his thing up top. So not too much that I can really say about this team right now, but the defense did look salvageable. It didn't look terrible. That's all I'm going to say. It didn't look terrible. They got the win. It looked really nice. Tim Hardaway Jr. played well as well. Defensively and offensively, I liked what he did on the court. Jalen Hardy, I really think, is an underrated piece for this team. Even though he does make a good amount of rookie mistakes, he's a bucket. He's a bucket. And I like that. I like that for them off the bench. For sure. He's going to have to step up. Josh Green played well, too. Josh Green played well. He's really athletic. That's something that I have written down. He's really athletic. I really liked. He had a really big block in that game, too. Yeah, he's really athletic. Yeah, I like him. I really do. But that team, yeah, it's interesting. Now, with the new West, let's see where the Mavericks shape up. But I really like what that team has going forward for them right about now. But into the biggest topic I have here in the NBA, and it's trades, man. This trade deadline was absolutely ridiculous. I have never been glued to Twitter more than in my life than seeing the trade deadline rumors and Shams, Woj bombs, and everything in between. And side note, Woj won the war on the trade deadline. Just saying, Woj cooked Shams. Shams beat Woj to the Kevin Durant trade, but Woj said he took that shit personally because that boy, he was firing out trades left and right, giving the details left and right, man. You love to see that from Mr. Woj. But neither here nor there, man. The trade deadline was insane. And it got popping at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Man, bro, I was about to go to bed. I'm on Twitter. Kevin Durant to the Suns. I jump out of my bed. What the fuck? Kevin Durant to the Suns? Are you kidding me? And all I'm going to say, man, is I'm right. I was right. If you watched the last episode, I said KD was wanting out. I knew KD was out of there. I didn't know where he was going. I didn't know he was going to the Suns, but I knew that boy wanted out. I knew he wanted out. Especially after this summer, I knew he wanted out. But, man, to the Suns, though? With D-Book, CP3, and Ayton? Man, that team is scary, bro. That team is scary, man. And now, I wouldn't say they're the title favorite, but they definitely up there in the West. Man. The West is real sticky right now. But let's go back to KD, bro. It's crazy to think about, man. This dude's been on 3 teams in the last 5 years? What? 3 teams in the last 4 years maybe? Man, KD, pick a squad, bro. Damn. Pick a squad. I know you want another ring, but damn. Pick a team, bro. Pick a team. And are we considering this a super team? Because if that's the case, then it's been 3 super teams in the last 4 to 5 years. Are the Suns a super team to you guys? Because I don't know. This core of Ayton, CP3, and D-Book have gone to the finals. So in my opinion, I think it's a super team. And now with him, it's definitely, this is a super team. So he's been on 3 super teams in the last 4 to 5 years. How much help do you need, bro? Cause damn. How many teams do you need to be on in order to win a ring? Because at this point, you're just tarnishing your legacy. And I remember saying this on TikTok. I was talking with some guy on TikTok. These players nowadays, and I'm specifically talking about KD right now, they don't care about how the media pursues them or how the fans perceive them anymore. They're chasing rings. They're chasing rings. They're chasing rings, man. They're chasing rings because this is ridiculous. Because KD, for example, bro, 3 super teams in the last 5 years. That's crazy to think about, man. And he's only won a ring with one of them. But, man, that trade's crazy. The Suns did give up a lot, though. Mikal, Cam, 4 first-rounders. That's a lot. But, man, I don't know what to even say about this trade. It's all pretty straightforward, man. You give up your forwards for a forward. You're gonna shorten the rotation. There's just gonna be a lot of bucket getters on that team. A lot of bucket getters on that team. And you got Chris Paul is gonna be diming them left and right. Chris Paul is the biggest winner in this trade right now, because now his job's a lot easier. And if he wins the ring, then you're gonna put him up there with the greatest point guards of all time, like top 3, top 4 maybe. And I'm not saying he's not already one of the greatest of all time. I'm just saying he's gonna be higher. But yeah, that trade's insane to think about. And wow, just wow. That's my reaction. My reaction to that trade when it first happened was what the fuck, and now it's wow. Just thinking about everything, like it just came out of nowhere. I'm gonna be honest, came out of nowhere. And now we have another super team in the West. Another super team that teams are gonna have to guard, and I don't know how they're gonna guard it, but thank God it's not my job. I just get to talk about it. But yeah, that's insane to think about. But the trade deadline in general, man, it was crazy. 20 plus trades in a matter of 5 days. 20 plus trades in a matter of 5 days. Like I don't ever remember being a deadline being like that. It's crazy. But the West is now stacked. Teams loaded up. The Lakers, which we'll talk about a little bit later, the Lakers, they went all in this trade deadline, it looks like. Not all in, but they went in on this trade deadline. The Suns went in on this trade deadline. And the Clippers went in on this trade deadline. These teams, they want to run. The Mavericks too, which they only made one trade, but the West is they're going at it. They see that the standings are so close that they're making a run for it. And I'm surprised that some teams didn't make any trades, you know? Any meaningful trades. Some other teams didn't make any meaningful trades here. Like, I really thought the Pelicans were going to do more. I'm going to be honest. I thought the Pelicans were going to do more. I thought the Grizzlies were going to do something. Especially after the Mavericks trade, I thought the Grizzlies were actually going to try and bolster up that roster. Bolster up that roster a little bit. But they didn't. It is what it is. They're sitting at second. I guess they feel like they're fine in the West. I think Ja thinks he's fine in the West. So Ja probably told management, nah, we don't need no trades. The Warriors, they got their little Gary Payton the second back. So he just rehabbed with the Trailblazers and is like, nah, I'm back. So that is what it is. The Lakers are going to try to make a run for the playoffs. They're a play-in team right now, in my eyes, but I have to see how that roster comes together. They got themselves a D'Lo. They got themselves a Mo Bamba, Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley. But they did get rid of Thomas Bryant, who is a pretty good role player, even though defensively he hasn't been the best this year, so to speak. He hasn't been the best defensively, but he's still a solid big. Really solid big to play next to AD. And Mo Bamba's going to fit that role really well. I really like that trade for them. I really do. I think that trade's really, really, really impactful for them in a role that they do need. Because I'm going to be honest, Wendy Gabriel should not be getting minutes on that court. So Mo Bamba's going to definitely take those minutes a little bit from him, but he's definitely going to play now with Thomas Bryant getting traded. And I saw that he requested a trade, which is really weird, but yeah, he requested a trade, and he got granted that. So Vanderbilt, I really think, is a solid player, though. I really think he's solid, but you've traded for Hachimura. They pretty much do the same thing on the court, so it is a little weird with that. He's a good off-the-bench piece, though. Really good off-the-bench piece. Yeah, Malik Beasley can't play a lick of defense, but he'll shoot the ball. I don't think he's gonna make it all the time, but he'll shoot the ball. He'll get some shots up, hit it a couple times, but yeah, this seems a little. It's a little bit better than what they were before, and with D'Angelo Russell, they get another playmaker, a really good playmaker. They get a nice little sharpshooter from three. It's my guy. I love D'Lo, but yeah, he's gonna play that Westbrook role. He's gonna be starting and playing that Westbrook role, so that's good. Yeah, he'll be starting playing that Westbrook role. I can't really talk too much about this roster because I don't know what Darwin Ham is going to do because he's a really weird coach. I don't know what he's going to do with the roster. But once like a week of that entire team playing together, we'll know what this we'll know what the Lakers are going to be. We'll know. We'll know what they're going to be. It's always weird with the Lakers. You never truly know. You never truly know what the team's going to do. So it is what it is, but yeah. Lakers 13th. Maybe they make a run into the playoffs. They can for sure. One winning streak in the West, and you'll find yourself higher than what you should be. But yeah, so it is cool. But in the East, not much has changed. Not much has changed. Yeah, not much has changed. You really thought that teams in the East would make a run, like the Nets. I mean, not the Nets. My fault. Like the Heat, and like the Bulls. I thought the Bulls were actually gonna look at the roster and be like, "Nah, this team is just not what we thought it was when we first traded for DeRozan and Lonzo and Caruso and Vucevic." You look at that team and they're just not not that good. They're just not that good. They're ninth in the East right now. Ninth in the East right now. And something needed to change. Whether you're sellers or you're buyers, something needed to change. Something needed to change. And I saw that Zach LaVine is not seeing eye to eye with Billy Donovan. If that's the case, and I don't know if it's true, but I saw in the same report that the players were on Billy Donovan's side. So what's going on there? If that's the case, and your team's you have a losing record, then you have to be sellers. You have to sell. And I saw that they were trying to get him to the Knicks. I knew that trade wasn't going to go through, but I saw they were trying to trade with the Knicks. But, bro, there's no way you can just hold on to this roster and just let it play out. Like, you got to do something. You got to do something. And I know it's unfortunate with Lonzo Ball, and maybe they hold out hope that with Lonzo they're a better team. But as of right now, you have Kobe White, who's just stale on the bench right now, just stale right there, playing behind Asumu and Caruso. He's just wasting a trade target. But whatever. This management's horrible. It's horrible right now. And speaking of horrible management, the Heat are right there with you, man. The Heat should be buyers. They should be buyers. They should 100% be buyers. Trade Kyle Lowry. Hasn't worked out at all. Trade Kyle Lowry. Try to get something back. But, Riley just didn't do his job. Just didn't do his job. The team just stayed put. The only move they made was what? Getting rid of Deadman Man for nothing. But, dude, the Heat are... They're in a playoff spot right now. They're sixth. But going from being number one in the East to sixth with the same roster is giving you a sign that something needed to change. Something needed to change. And the fact that there was no change means that management doesn't give a damn. They didn't give a damn. And that's unfortunate for Heat fans. I have them as one of my losers of the deadline. And yeah, for that reason, exactly for that reason, they easily could have done better, 100% better, and making that team better. And they just didn't. They just didn't. And that's what makes them losers right now. And let's talk about another East team, the Brooklyn Nets. The deadline for the Nets got the trade deadline from last week to now. That team from last week to now was worst case scenario, man. Worst case scenario. You're in a playoff spot with two superstars, and now they're both gone, and you're just sitting there with picks for the future, players for the future, But the whole reason you got a new president and a new front office was to win. That's literally what, quote for quote, what you wanted with the new management. And the best you got was, what, 2 playoff series wins? 2 playoff series wins with that core of Kyrie and KD and Harden. You got two series wins, man. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. The Nets are easily, and I will say this easily, the worst ran team in the NBA. Ever. I don't remember a time where they actually made in hindsight, made a good move. Because the KD move didn't work out. Harden, horrible. Kyrie, terrible. And now look at this team. And now you're starting over, which is the only good part. The only good part of what you're doing right now is that you're starting over from scratch. You have good young talent. You have Cam Thomas. You have Mikal Bridges. You have Cam Johnson. You have good young talent right now. And then you have the first-round picks that you have now. But, yeah, it's a weird situation that you have right now. Weird situation that you have. And you already gave up your first-round picks for Harden. A couple of your future first-round picks are going to the Rockets. The Rockets fleeced. Man. The Rockets fleeced, bro. They fleeced the Nets right now with that trade. But they have the Suns picks for the future, which is good. Because that core of KD, D-Book, and CP3 is only going to be about a good 2 to 3 years, maybe, I would say. So, you have picks for the future. And, yeah, you're starting over from scratch when you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be at all. You shouldn't be. But it is what it is, man. That team's cooked for right now. Cam Thomas is playing well. And shout out to that dude on TikTok who said I was sleeping on Cam Thomas. I was a little bit. When I talked about the Nets last episode, I was a little bit. I knew he was a pretty good player, pretty decent player. I wanted him back. If we were to trade with the Nets for something, I wanted Cam Thomas back. Cam Thomas I forgot about Claxton. Claxton's a good young player too. But I wanted Cam Thomas or Claxton. But yeah, Cam Thomas is balling out of his mind right now. His last game didn't shoot efficiently, but still had, 20 points. And then he had a streak of 40 points. That was pretty cool to see. But yeah, the Nets got their team, starting over from scratch. But yeah, and this is why I waited a little bit to get this video out, because I was a little emotional after the deadline. Very pissed, but the Toronto motherfucking Raptors, man. What the hell? The entire trade deadline, you heard about, the Raptors are going to shape up this team. They're going to start over. Yeah. Team's not performing to what they expected. They're going to get rid of some players in the team. To look out for the Toronto Raptors. They're looking to trade their players. Teams are calling this, that, and third. Yeah, this Raptors team's going to look different after the deadline. No, the fuck it's not. We did not trade a single player. Actually, no, we traded Kem Birch. Woohoo, got Jakob Poeltl back. And I said it last episode, the funny part. This team needed a center that can rebound and block shots. Well, we got a center that can rebound and block shots. But the team's still ass. The team is still ass. I was talking in general terms. Not what we should be doing is 100% buying. That is not what we should be doing. And I love Jakob. I love Jak. I think he's a pretty good player. And I think he will help this team a good amount. But he is not. Oh, my God. This team is not a playoff team, man. It's not a playoff team. And why the hell did we not sell Fred VanVleet? Why did we not sell OG Anunoby, man? Oh, my God, bro. Why did we not sell Chris Boucher as well? Oh, my God, bro. This team is 13-21 against teams that are over 500. And we're sitting 10th in the East right now. And this team thought it was okay to not trade players. We have 3 players that are expecting close to max or max contracts this offseason. Why did we not trade them? Because we're not buying 3 players, man. We're not paying 3 players big money, bro. It's just not happening. This team's not making the playoffs. You have 3 players that want max contracts. Why the hell are you not trading those players? Masai Ujiri, the most overrated executive in the NBA. He makes one good trade with Kawhi Leonard, and now he's a mastermind. Hell no, bro. This was your final straw, bro. I gave him a benefit of the doubt, man. I gave him benefit of the doubt. And I said it. I said it last episode. I was worried because I didn't see a trade. I didn't see a trade last week. And I was really worried because all this talk about trades and I didn't see one from last week. And we ended up not making a single fucking trade, man. Not one. Fred, not traded. OG, not traded. Chris Boucher, not traded. I didn't want Gary Trent to be traded, but hell! At least show some presence that you were put your money where your mouth is, man. Put your money where your mouth is, man. God damn, this team's terrible. And they're still holding on hope that this team will do something. We're going to be in the fucking play-in, man. We're going to be in the play-in, and we're going to get bounced. We're going to be in the play-in and get bounced. And then this team's going to look like this front office is going to look like a fucking idiot, man. This whole front office is going to look like fucking idiots. Because this team's not going to do anything. And then you got 3 players that are going to want contracts. You're going to let them walk? You're going to let them walk. Gary, probably going to walk now. Fred VanVleet, probably going to fucking extend him. They're probably going to extend him because, oh, yeah, he's great. He had a great finals run. And he made the All-Star team last year. And this year he's playing like shit, but we're going to give him an extension because, what? Gary's gone. So it is what it is because Gary's going to be playing off the bench now because we have Jakob. He's going to be pissed off. Oh, yeah, I'm out of here. He's going to be off the bench now. Oh, my God, man. This team frustrates me, man. Not a good time to be a Raptors fan. And I don't remember the last time it was a good time to be a Raptors fan. The last time it was good to be a Raptors fan was with Kawhi. You could make an argument for last year, but last year we weren't going to win the playoffs. So it is what it is, bro. It's gloomy hours for the Raptors fans, man. It's gloomy hours for the Raptors fans. Real gloomy for the Raptors fans right now. And I'm going to be honest, bro. I don't know what's going to happen this offseason, but all I know is we're going to look like fucking idiots. And I'm going to be pissed off. As usual. But yeah, man. Next topic, we're going to switch off to some football, baby. Super Bowl this Sunday. Really excited for this game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be an actual entertaining Super Bowl like last year. Last year was a great Super Bowl, and we're going to get another one. Chiefs, Eagles. Mahomes versus Jalen Hurts. We had the NBA, not the NBA. Oh, damn. We got the NFL awards last night. Everything went according to plan. Justin Jefferson, Offensive Player of the Year. Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year. Brian Dable, Coach of the Year. Geno Smith, Comeback Player of the Year. Mahomes, MVP. I think he got every MVP vote except 2. One for Josh Allen. I don't know who the hell voted for Josh Allen. You got to be a Bills fan because what the hell. And then a 1 for Jalen Hurts. But you got 2 MVP candidates going against each other. It's going to be exciting, man. I think it's going to be a really good offensive game. I know the Eagles have one of the best defenses in the NFL, but I think the Chiefs are going to move the ball really well. I think the Chiefs are actually going to move the ball very well. They're going to move the ball really well. Kadarius Toney's coming back. I don't know if Mecole Hardman's playing. I haven't seen a report if he's playing or not, but Kadarius Toney being in is a really big deal. Juju needs to step up, though. Juju definitely needs to step up. He has not played well in this playoffs. He really does need to step up. Travis Kelce is going to do his thing for sure. And the key is Isaiah Pacheco going to have a bounce-back game? Because last game he looked horrible, and it was all on Mahomes. Mahomes did say he was close to 100%, so I don't think the injury is going to be a problem for him. So if they're able to run the ball, I think that's the key. If Isaiah Pacheco can run well, then if he can run like he did against the Jaguars, that's all they need. Is the game he had against the Jags. I think they're going to beat this team because the Eagles, they do have an amazing defense. And the only way to break down this defense is getting them off their toes, man. Get them on their toes. Get them thinking, man. Get them thinking. And don't let Mahomes be the only factor on this offense. Because Travis Kelce wasn't a big factor last game. The Bengals did really well against him. So, it's really going to come down to if they can get this defense on their toes. And the Eagles, man, you got to stop Chris Jones, bro. You got to stop Chris Jones because Chris Jones was wreaking havoc last game. He was wreaking havoc last game. He looked like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, which he definitely played like one during the regular season. I don't know if I think Nick Bosa definitely should have won, but I would have put Chris Jones number 2 in the Defensive Player of the Year, rankings. But neither here nor there. With this offense, it's going to come down to Jalen Hurts. Simply, it's going to come down to Jalen Hurts because he said he's not 100%. So, and he didn't look amazing against the 49ers. Didn't look amazing. Didn't play amazing. He didn't have to because they ran the ball really well. So, he didn't really have to play that well. So, the Chiefs' defense, their secondary is banged up right now. So you gotta torch them. You gotta torch them, bro. And I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball that well on this Chiefs D-line. I think the Chiefs D-line is really, really underrated in a sense. I really think they're going to stop the run. So it's going to come down to Jalen Hurts. Is he going to be able to use his legs, make plays, get it to A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Quez? Dallas Goedert? Like, this offense is nice. They have weapons. So Jalen Hurts just has to do what he did in the regular season and just share the sugar, man. Share the sugar and just keep going deep. That's their bread and butter, man. Those deep to medium passes with Jalen Hurts. That's where they really improved this year, is those deep to middle passes. And that's their formula to winning, is a good passing attack. Because the run, I don't think is going to be there all game. So, who I really think is going to win, I think the Eagles are going to win. And as a Cowboys fan, it's sickening to fucking say, but I think the Eagles are going to win, man. I think the Eagles are going to win. I really do think the Eagles are going to win. They just have a better complete roster. That defense is really nice. And I think I do think it's going to be a close game, though. I really do think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Eagles who come out on top. I think Jalen Hurts has a good game, and I think he's the reason they win. He wins Super Bowl MVP. And yeah, man. I think it's going to be a really good game, but I really do think the Eagles win. It's unfortunate to say, but I do think the Eagles are going to come out on top. I don't have a score prediction. I suck at score predictions, so I'm not even going to embarrass myself with that. But I really do hope the Chiefs win. I want the Chiefs to win. I really do, because the Eagles, I hate them to death. Cowboys fan, hate the Eagles, but I do think they're the better team, and I think they are going to win. Sucks to say, but yeah, insane week for sports, man. A crazy week for sports. I loved seeing this trade deadline unfold, and I can't wait to watch the Super Bowl on Sunday. Cannot wait to watch Super Bowl on Sunday. Hope you guys stay safe. Hope you guys enjoy this Sunday. Have a good time. Hopefully the Chiefs win. But yeah, that's all I got. Really action-packed episode we had here. Third one. And we're going to continue going. Come up soon. Continue going. Show your love. Like, subscribe, everything in between. Follow the TikTok. Follow the Instagram. At The Notebook Podcast. Yeah, all the same socials. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, y'all stay safe. Have yourself a damn good one.